Hey folks, I'm attorney Roger P. Foley, and recently I had a DUI case, and it was a DUI case that I hated to plea because the client was just such a good person, and the DUI really was simply sitting in a parked car for air because it was, South Florida heat. Not driving, not going anywhere, and had actually started to call for an Uber. But ultimately got a DUI and actual physical control. All you have to do is be sitting in the car. Heck, you could be in the back seat. If the keys are present and the car is movable, then it's actual physical control. But anyway, part of the plea I negotiated down to the minimums, which was 6 months, but this was a second DUI. So we had negotiated down to 6 months driver's license suspension, but the judge, the court on its own, said, hey, that's not right. It's got to be a year minimum. Now, this is the judge that I like, that I respect, that I have confidence in. And he said, hey, this isn't right, guys, the statutory. And of course, my internet's not too good in the courtroom. And I go, okay, he's probably right. I just missed it. But when I go out to the hallway, my gut keeps telling me,
sorry, I'm having trouble understanding you.
I know DUI, and I go, let me look that up again. And then I realized that the judge was wrong. I go back in the courtroom, and the court's already off the bench. So then I have to file a motion to clarify sentence, explain in a kind way that the court made a mistake, get the state to agree with me, and then the judge signs an agreed order. But part of that is DMV was notified that the client had a year suspension. So had to make sure that the court instructed the clerk to re-notify the, FLHSMV, so that they would be aware that what's in their system as a year suspension should only be a 6 month suspension, and save me the time 6 months from now when the client wants to have his valid driver's license. So mistakes happen, even to those that I highly respect. We all make mistakes. It's not a perfect world, but the system does work, and this is an example of the system working, right? Checks and balances. Judge says something, attorney's like, and then goes back and does a little bit of research. Yeah, court made a mistake, not a big deal. No one's mad, no one's angry, problem solved. I'm attorney Roger P. Foley. The system can work if you're diligent. See ya.